Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group and Century Ply.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. The Vadra Congress has launched yet another organized attack on President Draupadi Murmu. And it cannot be accidental. They have called her all sorts of names. And they have assigned their senior Congress leader Udit Raj for this hatchet job. Viewers, earlier the same Congress leader was assigned to personally attack President Ramnath Kovind. So there is a pattern. The Vadra Congress, viewers, has constantly targeted President Murmu. With Sonia Gandhi, I don't know what problem she has with President Draupadi Murmu, earlier personally assigning her man in parliament, Adhir Ranjan, to attack President Draupadi Murmu and describe the president as Rashtrapatni. Viewers, the Vadra family's effective sponsorship of these attacks on President Murmu is clear from the fact that all those who have senselessly attacked President Draupadi Murmu have only been promoted in the party and not faced any action at all. So then what is the Vadra's problem with President Murmu? Are they happier with people they put on the president's chair who say they are so grateful that they would sweep the floor for members of the Vadra-Gandhi family? Or is it the fact that President Kovind and President Murmu are from the SC/ST community and have risen to the highest job with sheer service to the country and merit? Whatever the reason, only a contorted mind would attack the President of India in the way the Congress has. And that, tonight, we debate. Because it's constant, it's disgusting, it's crude, it's crass, and it's utterly shameful. The tirade of the Vadra Congress against President Murmu is debate number 1 tonight. It is an exclusive Republic investigation from Kheda. After that, where there was violence during Navaratri, tonight we ask, was it all planned? That's debate number 2. And debate number 3, major controversy breaks out over the claims by some that there was no Hindu religion in the Chola times. Ultimate fact check on debate number 3 tonight. And here are the headlines this Thursday evening on the debate tonight.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में गूंगा और बहरा दलित हो तो किसी भी पोजीशन पर पहुंच सकता है। पहले राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बनाया था और अब एक राष्ट्रपति बना दिया है।
Vadra Congress insults President Draupadi Murmu, calls her a sycophant who is deaf and dumb.
Mr. Rahul, one of your leaders has abused the president. He's called her deaf and dumb. Mr. Rahul, would you choose to react?
Republic fires 10 questions to Rahul Gandhi. Watch how he won't condemn the insult to the president organized by his own party. Back-to-back incidents of communal flare-up in pole-bound Gujarat. Republic's deep investigation is on my debate tonight at 10. Is there a hidden political hand? Eyewitnesses allege the role of Vadra Congress leaders in what happened in Kheda. They are named in the FIR. Hindu religion did not exist during the Chola period and was brought in by the British, claims self-styled historian Kamal Hassan. and a major uproar over the Cholas were not Hindus claim. Big fact check is on Debate 3 tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, President Draupadi Murmu is a symbol of merit getting its due. She has risen on the back of her own grit. She's a tribal leader and the highest constitutional head of the nation. And this seems to bother the Vadra Congress leaders. The Vadra Congress have used every opportunity to insult President Draupadi Murmu. They have attacked her, they have called her names, and they have run her down with the most vile language. But now, viewers, this is crossing every conceivable limit. Let's debate.
3 years ago, Udit Raj insulted the then President Ramnath Kovind by calling him deaf and dumb Dalit.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में गूंगा और बहरा दलित हो तो किसी भी पोजीशन पर पहुंच सकता है। पहले राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष बनाया था और अब एक राष्ट्रपति बना दिया है।
Now, in another bout of sexist anti-tribal commentary, he's accused President Murmu of chamchagiri. The BJP hit out at the Vadra Congress.
आज कांग्रेस पार्टी को इस प्रकार के वक्तव्य के लिए क्षमा मांगनी चाहिए कि आखिरकार देश की आदिवासी महिला राष्ट्रपति के लिए इस प्रकार की चिंतन कांग्रेस पार्टी में क्यों है?
The NCW has taken cognizance of the matter.
I know that he doesn't respect women, but he should respect a person who is head of the country, and this is not, we are not going to take it lightly, and we have sent him a notice to come, and in fact I have said that he should be sorry about his statement.
But instead of apologizing, the Vadra Congress leader Udit Raj stooped to another new low.
I said about Draupadi ji when she said that 70% people of India eat the salt of Gujarat. I said that this is a height of psychopathy. It's my cry, it's my feeling that SC/ST, when they are represented to higher position, they become dumb and deaf. Why they become like that? They must answer.
Neither on social network nor physically reprimanding Udit Raj, and that in itself is a message that they are not taking action against Udit Raj, at least as of now.
The attacks on President Murmu have been unrelenting.
लेकिन चूक हुआ तो क्या करे? अभी फांसी में लटका दो। बस एक बार चूक किया, राष्ट्रपति राष्ट्रपति कहते कहते अचानक मुंह से राष्ट्रपति निकल चुके।
They are right now seeking an apology from Sonia Gandhi for the comments made by Adhiranjan Chaudhary. Right behind me, you can see the sea of BJP MPs who are now demanding an answer and taking out this protest march.
Mr. Rahul, one of your leaders has abused the president. He's called her deaf and dumb. Mr. Rahul, would you choose to react? Mr. Rahul!
It's hard to imagine that this non-stop misogynistic commentary doesn't have the support of the top brass. There's no place for abuse, insult and misogyny in India. Certainly not for the president. Let's debate.
Now, the point to be made, viewers, is that this is a very deliberate attack on the president by the Congress party. It is not by an individual leader, because there is a pattern in it. It is not the first time. It is not the first leader. It is consistent. And these leaders who attack the president, this president and the previous president, have actually been promoted quite a bit by the Vadra Congress. Viewers, I ask you this: if we cannot respect the president, the highest constitutional post in this country, if one day the Vadra Congress calls her deaf, another day they call her deaf and dumb, then they call her a sycophant, they say she's doing chamchagiri, then they call her Rashtrapatni, then these disparaging remarks cannot be seen as isolated examples. This is a deliberate attack a thought-out attack on President Draupadi Murmu. That's what it is. So why the attack, Pankaj Sharma? Let me start by asking you, what does the Congress, in your view, gain by targeting President Murmu like this? They call her Rashtra.
What Congress has to do with this? Congress has nothing to do with this. Udit Raj himself has said that he
Louder,
has said
please.
all this in his...
Udit Raj is a very senior Congress leader. That's what Congress has to do with it. Sudhanshu Trivedi, he says this is not. Is Adhir Ranjan a Congress leader? Did Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary call her Rashtrapatni? Is there not a pattern in this? I'm opening the debate. Sudhanshu Trivedi.
First thing, Udit Raj is the official spokesperson of the Congress party. And if the official spokesperson of the Congress party is saying something like that, how it can be the private statement? And Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is the leader of the opposition. Sir, technically right now Congress is not in the power. So their highest position is the leader of the opposition. And if the leader of the opposition is saying, how it can be the personal statement? Kabhi aap imagine kar sakte the when we were in opposition and see LK Advani saying, and then we say, oh, no, this is the personal statement. Even for that matter, Sushma Swaraj was saying, and we say, no, this is the personal matter. I think the problem is the entire Congress party has become a schizophrenically psychic in the hate against Sri Narendra Modi, that they have lost everything. Even they are ready to attack the country, they are ready to attack the institution, and above all, for the first time, the President of India, Her Excellency President of India, in which, as per the Constitution, no remark can be made against the President. Even cartoon cannot be made of the President. President is considered above everything. But unfortunately,
first let them accept. First let them accept. And
they have stood by it.
No, I feel this is now, what is happening.
Stood by it.
No, they have stood by it.
Sonia Gandhi
they have stood by it.
To apologize.
Yeah, they have
so much of ruckus happened between her and Smriti Irani ji.
No, they have stood by it, but let me tell you, this is vile. This is sexist. It is a conceited attempt, deliberately done to undermine President Draupadi Murmu. There is no doubt about it. Can I have everyone on the screen, please? Point number one. She has been called evil. No, उनको बोला गया she is evil.
एक लाइन और बोल दूं or no?
नहीं, उनको बोला गया she is evil, that she represents the evil philosophy of India. The very evil philosophy of India. And people like Dr. Suresh Mane will be very happy at that. She's called Rashtrapatni. She's called evil. She's called a rubber stamp. She's called deaf and dumb. She's called chamchagiri. She's called weak. No, President. What is the problem they have with her? Is it because she's from the scheduled tribe community? Is she because she comes from the tribal community? Suresh Mane?
Sudhanshu and Arnab, Udit Raj was with the BJP for 10 years representing the one parliamentary constituency from Delhi. So what he has learned from the culture of the BJP, now he is reiterating. And therefore, BJP should share some burden for the unfortunate remarks made by the Udit Raj. And therefore, BJP people should also introspect when they support and create the leaders like Udit Raj. So equally you can blame the Congress as well as the BJP. We should not forget about it. Secondly, any kind of insulting the head of the India, head of the state, that is not good for the healthy democracy. That also we should accept. But Udit Raj was also promoted by the BJP, that we should not forget.
This is a question of a party, sir. I think you need to understand. There's a serious comment that has been made on a party. And what I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, it's a pattern. It is a pattern. Has there not been a pattern?
Therefore, I said,
before you say therefore and herefore, has there not been...
the president is the head of the state, nobody should insult the president. Okay. That I admitted and that I openly said.
That doesn't mean anything. Why was she called
See, the reaction by Udit Raj...
No, don't refer to Udit Raj. Udit Raj is not speaking in isolation. What about Adhir Chaudhary?
It comes under.
What about Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary? What about an MLA MB Patil? What about Yashwant Sinha?
All these things.
What about
come
Ajay
under
Kumar?
the category.
No. What you are not highlighting, I think Ajay Alok, you can make the point to them. This is not about one Congress leader. This is about the latest Congress leader to attack President Draupadi Murmu. It is not about one. It is a series of Congress leaders who have done that. Ajay Alok.
Well, Arnab, Mr. Mane, he's saying that since he was in BJP, so he's reflecting something of the BJP. So has Congress gone nuts? Have they lost it? That they are keeping somebody from BJP and making him the spokesperson of their party? Is this the character of a national party? And you guys are defending that party. Do you think that party is worth ruling this country anymore?
No,
this has been the pattern, sir.
Then how that character was built up when he was in the BJP?
And secondly,
how the Udit Raj character was built up?
Let me complete.
When he
then
was
you
in
can
the
respond.
BJP.
Let me complete, then you can
BJP
respond.
cannot shoulder any responsibility
Let me complete,
for
then you can
that.
respond. I guess you should extend this much courtesy, or you are behaving like a typical congressman. You should extend this courtesy. What I am saying, in the context Mr. Udit Raj said, in what context he said? इस देश का 70% लोग गुजरात का नमक खाते हैं. Is Gujarat is out of this country? Has Congress already wrote off Gujarat? That Gujarat is not going to come in our menu anymore? They have so much hatred against Gujarat that this country cannot eat a salt of Gujarat. Why single out Gujarat? Why so much hatred? Have you given up the fight before fighting? See, as far as Draupadi Murmu goes, it was very much evident right from the beginning that Congress is not happy about the fact that Draupadi Murmu is going to be the first ST president. It's their mistake. They didn't do it. They never had this idea to make a ST as a president. Now, if Mr. Modi is doing after making an SC a president, then making an ST a president, he wants to elevate all the sections of society. What problem the Congress has? A party was ruled 45 years. This is pathetic. Don't you feel like?
Can you explain?
Rahul Gandhi is doing Bharat Jodo Yatra and
I think tribals. Do you know what was the tragedy of the PESA Act by the
18 crores tribal in India, second largest population in the world.
Let's get the details.
You can alienate ST and rule this country.
Kindly get the details. What BJP
Congress has lost it.
And the
and courtesy, if Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi continues, well, the door is going to be shut very soon.
Not even Adivasi.
Keep on doing it with your all evil designs.
Vanavasi, not even Adivasi.
Keep on attacking everyone.
What kind of discourse?
Keep on attacking everyone who doesn't listen to Congress party and Gandhi Parivar. Keep on attacking everyone.
I have this much
your
to say.
Your character and your true colors are being revealed in the public.
I have this much to say that anyone who has observed, how President Draupadi Murmu has carried herself since taking over the highest office, whether it was during her visit, Smita and Ranjana, to London, or during the last rites of Queen Elizabeth, or her visit to Karnataka, or her when she visited the War Memorial, we are absolutely impressed with the way, the composure, the grace, the way she has conducted her office. But as a country right now, we need to decide something. Smita and Ranjana, may I draw you into this debate? The fact is that the President of India has not usually been attacked in the way in which specifically President Draupadi Murmu has. This is unusual. She is a dummy, she is an evil person, she represents an evil ideology, she is not a symbol of Adivasi. Tejasvi Yadav says she is a statue, she's a statue in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. She's a weak person, she's nothing but a rubber stamp, she is a Rashtrapatni, and now that she is deaf, she is dumb, it is unusual. Now either, Smita, we decide that this is the way it's going to be, and we accept the fact that the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Forces is going to be abused on a daily basis like this, or we put this up before the people of India. If I don't want to say this, but if anyone were to say 0.01% of what is being said to Draupadi Murmu, if such a word would be said about Sonia Gandhi, she would be very touchy. In fact, when I refer to Sonia Gandhi by her original name, her Italian name, which is Antonia Di Maino, there was an acid attack on me. If you call Sonia Gandhi by her original name, which is, by the way, it is, viewers, Pankaj, it is Antonia Maino, she gets upset. So why this double-facedness? Smita.
Arnab, you know, this gentleman just now on your show, he says that let's blame the BJP. We should blame the BJP, or BJP should take some responsibility for what Mr. Udit Raj said, because he was originally in the BJP. Really, should we start then saying blame the Indian Revenue Service because he was in the Indian Revenue Service? Should we blame Osmania University from where he graduated? How far back do you want to go? And not blame him for what he's saying. This perverted logic in which he's saying that it was such a cheap shot to degrade the office of the president. And it's not just degrading the office of the president, and as Arnab pointed out, who's the supreme commander of the armed forces, she has achieved so much in her life even before she became president of India. Despite a life of hardships, you know, she's somebody that each one of us, forget about just Ranjana and me and other women in this country who constitute 50% of the population, all of you as men also should be so proud of her that she has come up in life with facing such hardships, and immediately she's not even spent 3 months in office and already the attacks start off. It so typifies the attitude of some men. I again repeat, it is just some men who have to continue to make vulgar remarks about physical attributes, about degrading a woman, the way she looks, the way what she wears, about her relationships with her male colleagues. This is seldom done for men. Again, I'm saying, Arnab, that there are just some men who will continue to make these kind of remarks like that Rashtrapatni remark, this kind of cheap shot. You know, sitting with boys in a bar, you make this kind of comment and you come and make it in front of the parliament, you make it in TV debates. It enters any woman. This is why women from certain strata of society hesitate to come to public life, where we want to talk about reservations for women in parliament. No, we can't, because this is what they face. Even the president of India has to face this kind of weird comments coming in from seasoned politicians. I hang my head in shame that this kind of statement is even defended. He has apologized for what he did, a kind of a weird apology, but somewhat taken back what he said. But there are people who will defend that even today.
No, but he's made Congress president. He's made Congress spokesperson. He's appointed president of the Congress Unorganized Workers Wing. You know, so the point is that when a person like this abuses the highest office, the person gets promoted. That is the example the Vadra Congress is setting. Ranjana, this is a serious matter. And by the way, I find it very funny, by the way, if the Vadra Congress talks of Chamchagiri. The funniest thing here is the Vadra Congress talking of Chamchagiri. Yes, please. Ranjana.
Yes, I think absolutely it is shameful, and also it is irresponsible from a Congress spokesperson to target the head of the state. First time in history of India, a woman coming from a tribal community has been, has seen the president house, first time ever. And also now she's head of our state. At least minimum decency is to respect her, because I know that misogynistic politicians in the country do not and cannot, and they just cannot stand women holding high post and position. And I'm so shocked and surprised that it's coming from a spokesperson of a party which is Sonia Gandhi, who has headed the party for so many years. Priyanka Gandhi, who's coming forward as the leader and who's being presented as one of the person saviors of Congress. What is going on here? How can he even call her all these things? And then every Congress leader today is silent about it. I think they must come forward and first of all condemn it. This is absolutely unacceptable. And as Smita said, you start criticizing women. When they hold positions of power, first of all, every single thing you do to stop a woman coming to power. And then once she is there, she is president of India, she is belonging to Janajatis from tribal community, which really is the most oppressed. They are the bottom line of our society in terms of development, in terms of education, in terms of opportunities. We have not given them anything. But if a woman comes from that, and that is on her own merit, after going through so much in her personal life, in her professional life, I can imagine a woman coming from that kind of a background how much she must has to excel to be able to get the attention of politicians, to be able to get the position and the power that she got finally. I think this is totally shameful, and you very rightly said that look at the way she conducts, look at the way she's been speaking out. She has a right to speak her mind. Why can't she say what she wants to say? Why can't she really present to the nation what a president of India feels? How can you know, and then you criticize her, and then you want to then tell the government is not letting people say, there is no freedom of expression, no freedom. You are not able to give that space to President of India. Shame on you. I think it's important that the Congress leadership to take cognizance of this whole statement that
they have taken cognizance. They know.
Ask him to
No, they won't. So we are now. They won't. Which means that they actually associate themselves with her, with the comment. These comments, you know, Tanveer and Faisal, especially comments by your leader as well, abusing the President of India. What has Tejasvi Yadav done in his life? What has he achieved on his own to be able to abuse President Draupadi Murmu? Do you ever think about it? Or is it because, as Smita said, is this sexism? Is this sexism? Is a sexist attitude by people like Tejasvi?
Tejasvi Yadav has never, Arnab, Tejasvi has never abused President Murmu.
He has called her a puppet in the Rashtrapati. He has called her a statue in the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He has called her a statue.
But then she was not the president.
No.
She was not the president. So don't try to twist things.
No, but why was that attack made? On what basis? On what basis? On what basis was that attack made? No. As a presidential candidate, why did he make a personal attack on her? Why did he make a personal attack on her? Why did he make a personal attack on her even when she was a candidate? No. Why did he make a personal attack on her? Which 1 minute. There can be comments. Why was she called a representative of an evil philosophy? Why was she called evil? No, answer me. You call her evil. You call her a dummy. You call her a statue. You call her deaf and dumb. You call her a chamcha. Now you. No. I'm asking you. You tell me one more person, a presidential candidate or a President Tanveer who has been subject to this kind of attack. Why are you hanging your head down? Is it in shame? These are the parties who you associate with. These are the parties who you will ally with. This is your coalition.
A lot of things are said. Even the Prime Ministers have said, even other leaders have said. But once she became the President of India, everyone should refrain from commenting upon her. The chair should be respected.
Well, what right do you have to even make those comments on a woman?
Exactly.
Politician. What right do you have? Just you are there
because she's a woman.
Was chief minister.
Because she's a woman.
Only credential you have.
Precisely. It's because she's a woman.
What right BJP leaders have to call a 5 lakh friend?
She doesn't have mind of her own.
What right do you have? 5 lakh girlfriend. What right do you have?
You know, no, this is totally wrong. You people make these kind of comments on
side
women
of the people, if they are saying
because you think
is okay, but if the other side of the people are saying, you will make you and cry. What is this?
I think this is, you know what is her
balanced approach.
She started from the grassroots.
If you want me, I can cite hundreds of examples. What
there is an attempt.
She was a minister.
Female.
No, but what is the credential of Lalu Prasad Yadav? Because he's son of Lalu Prasad Yadav, so he can say anything to women.
Exactly, because he's Lalu Prasad's son, he can say what he wants.
And this is not acceptable. He should apologize. Even before, when she was contesting, should he make these kind of remarks?
What is proven? No, what is proven is there has been a pattern. No, Tanveer, what comes out? Tanveer, I want Sudhanshu back. What is clear here is that there has been a pattern. 1 minute, just 1 minute. 1 minute, just a minute. अभी आप मुझे बताइए, ये कहते हैं ना लड़की हूँ, लड़ सकती हूँ, और इधर आप प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया को आप चमचागिरी, ये सब बातें आप कह रहे हैं, राष्ट्रपति कह रहे हैं. This is sexist, and it is all happening. I think Smita is absolutely right, Sudhanshu. People are saying this. It's an attack on her because she's a woman. It's an attack on a woman leader. There is no doubt. And you think that the people of this country will sit up and say, it's all right. Sudhanshu Trivedi is on the debate. This is a serious matter. And we tried to confront Rahul Gandhi with this today. He avoided it. He could not answer my reporter when my reporter confronted him.
I would like
yes,
to
please,
say-
Sudhanshu. I think I'll open the phone lines tonight. Yeah, on this.
Can I speak, please?
That there are 3 dimensions associated with Prime Minister, with President Draupadi Murmu ji. Number 1, she is the first tribal president of the country. Second thing, she is a woman who is not the patni, beti, bahu of anybody. She has rose to the stature from a very humble government job to this situation, gradually becoming MLA, then becoming minister in Orissa government and subsequently coming to her. And third thing, you know what type of tragedies and other things she has felt in the personal life. But still, she stood by it. So she exemplifies that how you can overcome with all the challenges in your life, irrespective of woman or man. So she exemplifies 3 things which are very much there in her entire character, and everybody should respect her, not only as a president but also as a person itself. But one thing I would like to say, if somebody is in a habit of abusing and they say that she represents an ideology which they consider evil, sir, मैं कहना चाहता हूं वो उस आइडियोलॉजी को रिप्रेजेंट करती हैं। अगर वो आइडियोलॉजी नहीं होती तो सारे ट्राइबल कन्वर्ट हो गए होते। और अगर मैं ये बात गलत कह रहा हूं तो कांग्रेस के जमाने के 1956 की नियोगी कमीशन की रिपोर्ट, सेंट्रल प्रोविंसेस से लेकर 1987 की अरुणाचल की रिपोर्ट, 1966 की उड़ीसा की रिपोर्ट पढ़ लीजिए। इसलिए वो रिप्रेजेंट करती है जिस आइडियोलॉजी को जिसने ट्राइबल कल्चर को बचाया। अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग वुड हैव बीन फिनिश्ड बाय नाउ। एंड थर्ड थिंग, दोज हु वांट टू यूज द वर्ड, those who want to have any objection over the word Vanvasi and Adivasi, I would like to say, ये आदिवासी वर्ड अंग्रेजों के आने से पहले कब सुनाई पड़ा? I challenge, before 1700 you can show any text of India which is having the word आदिवासी। वनवासी भगवान राम के जमाने में भी है, रामायण में भी है, महाभारत में भी है। और जो हमारे यहाँ पंचायत थी वेदों के जमाने में, 5th one from the वनवासी community, 4 from the 4 Varnas and the 5th one from the tribal community। इसलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूं, and on the lighter note, Arnab, you have said, you have told about the original name of Sonia Gandhi ji. But Antonia Maino, I think यहाँ बैठे बहुत से लोगों को ध्यान होगा, ये उदित राज का ओरिजिनल नाम क्या है? उदित राज जी का ओरिजिनल नाम है रामराज। उदित राज जी का ओरिजिनल नाम है रामराज, मगर आज वो ऐसी पार्टी में चले गए हैं जिसे गांधी जी की समाधि पर लिखे हुए उस राम नाम से भी बहुत बड़ी नफरत है। और अननेसेसरी वो जैसी पार्टी में चले गए, वो हमारी पार्टी में बाहर से आए थे और उन्हें सम्मान मिला, वो सांसद बने और कांग्रेस पार्टी में गए हैं। अच्छा ये बताइए, स्पोक्स पर्सन बनाया, कितनी डिबेट में उनको भेजती है कांग्रेस पार्टी?
कांग्रेस पार्टी ने बीजेपी में उनको रखना चाहिए था।
कितनी प्रेस
रामराज वाले,
बताइए,
रामराज वालों को कौन छोड़ रहा है?
भाई हमारी पार्टी में आए, हम ही ने तो उनको दिया। और सुनिए,
आप रखो ना,
हमारी पार्टी की बात नहीं,
आपके पास रखिए ना।
ये सुबोध साहब ने बोला था कि मोदी जी की मौत की कामना, हिटलर की मौत, आपने कुत्ते की मौत शब्द प्रयोग किया। अरे बताइए, आप तो वो पार्टी जिसने बोटी बोटी काट डालूंगा किया, आप क्या करें, बेचारे चले गए वहां। तो मैन इज नोन बाय द कंपनी की। सुनिए, हिंदी का एक दोहा है कि कदली सीप भुजंग
मेरी वही अपील है, जैसी रामराज के सारे
वैसे ही
संभालिए,
आगे पास रखिए, जहां पर अपशब्दों का प्रयोग करने वालों में थे, जो भारत माता तक को डाइन कहने वालों के साथ रहे, तो राष्ट्रपति महोदया के बारे में कहने लगे। अकेले वो थोड़ी है, हमारे यहां थे, कभी नहीं बोला, सम्मान हमारे यहां मिला, तिरस्कार वहां मिल रहा है जाके। बताइए कितनी बार उनको टीवी डिबेट से भेजा जाता है, कितनी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करवाई जाती है, बताइए। पहले तो प्रवक्ता बनाया और उसमें भी कुछ काम नहीं करने देते, केवल ऐसे बयान दिलवाने के लिए छोड़ रखा है। तो किसने किसको सम्मान दिया?
आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट, मैंने सोचा जो स्मिता ने जो बात कही, एंड आई वांट टू ब्रिंग पंकज इनटू दिस पार्ट ऑफ द डिबेट। You see, now I'm thinking about it.
I just want to
one minute, Faisal, one minute. You see, these Congress leaders, they are the most sexist politicians in India. Everybody knows that. The most sexist, pompous person called Chidambaram. What did Chidambaram say about Nirmala Sitharaman? Do you think people have forgotten? Pankaj? When Nirmala Sitharaman, with her expertise as finance minister, questioned the 1991 reforms as half-baked. She said they were half-baked. Chidambaram went livid. And you know what he said? He said, Smita, he said, Pankaj, we thank the finance minister for revealing that she took bakery classes and cooking courses when she was in university. What was the need to say that? Tell me, Pankaj, what kind of a mindset does Chidambaram have to talk like that? But did you people like you say anything? Absolutely not. In fact, the most sexist person in the Vadra Congress today is the 53-year-old who's on a walk. He said at a rally, 56-inch chest Prime Minister said to a woman, Sitaraman ji, protect me. Why did he say? What has it got to do with being a woman? This is mindless sexism. Do you understand? Mr. Mane, are you hearing me? This is mindless sexism. Do you understand? It is low-level sexism. Pankaj, why do people like Jayant Chaudhary say, I don't want to become Hema Malini? Why? Why did he say that? Tell me, no, why are you quiet now? Because, you know why they are quiet, Smita? Because I'm giving them straightforward examples. And I'm saying the most sexist person in Indian politics is Rahul Gandhi. The second most sexist person is Chidambaram. These are their words. So I'm not surprised that Rahul Gandhi has asked Udit Raj, go attack Draupadi Murmu. Pankaj, you have nothing to say, right? So I'm proven absolutely correct. The fact is, these people cannot stand a self-made woman leader. And what is wrong with Gujarat के नमक में problem क्या है? गुजरात के नमक में प्रॉब्लम क्या है भाई, मुझे बताइए. गुजरात अकाउंट्स फॉर नहीं पहले तो सेक्सिज्म पे जवाब दीजिए.
महामहिम said two important things in her speech.
अभी गुजरात में आ गए, अच्छे हो गया.
नहीं अच्छा हुआ नहीं. I made my
What did she say? She said सभी देशवासी गुजरात का नमक खाते हैं.
हाँ खाते हैं.
Fine, there is nothing wrong in saying this. But the meaning of the locution of किसी का नमक खाना is that you have been conferred with an obligation.
ओ भैया आपका you know आपका दिमाग खराब हो चुका है अगर आप ये बोल रहे हैं तो. आप कुछ नहीं जानते हैं.
Please
Nonsense.
don't use such words.
Nonsense.
Don't use such words.
What
मैं
words?
भी कह सकता हूँ कि आपका दिमाग खराब हो चुका है.
हाँ कहिए.
This is not the way
I will prove to you कि मेरा नहीं हुआ है.
not the way to
I am telling you.
This is not
I am telling you. You are making the most unfortunate remarks against the people of Gujarat, and you have no right to talk like that. You have no idea. Gujarat contributes 77% of the salt produced in this country. It is nothing to be embarrassed about. Everybody knows about it. It's not today, it's been for over 100 years. You have no business talking about it. What is wrong with the statement? Gujarat accounts for 77% of the salt produced in India. Nonsense. Nonsense. Oh, for God's sake, Rajkot, Bhavnagar, Porbandar, Anand, Valsad, Patan, Jamnagar, Junagadh, Surendranagar, Bharuch, Navsari, Banaskanta, Kutch, Surat. Oh, for God's sake, apologize. Don't know anything about the reality of the country. You want me to apologize?
This high and mighty attitude is not allowed.
This high and mighty attitude is yours. People like you who abuse and attack the President of India.
This feudal frame of mind is not allowed.
Well, the feudal frame of mind, the psychomantic frame of mind is yours.
You are not giving any asanas on us.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. 5 lakh people. Stop trying to overdo it. 5 lakh people. I will say it again. मैं फिर से कहूँगा. I will say it with all the strength and the force and the conviction at my command. You are the person. You constantly attack and abuse the Hindu religion. You have put out tweets and memes abusing the Hindu religion. You have mocked the shivling. I know your background. I know the things that you say. I know you've been a media advisor to Kamal Nath. So you're more than loyal to the Vadra Congress. But that's your personal business.
So what? If I was the media advisor of someone, so what? What is wrong in that?
Did I say it's wrong? I stated a fact. You have a guilty complex? You
No,
were
no, I
media
don't get the
advisor
complex.
to Kamal
You should
Nath,
have get the
whose
complex
great
by
record
calling
during the
others
emergency
the
is well known in the country. Sanjay Gandhi's
Don't make
friend
your
during the
program-
emergency.
Now,
Kamal
don't
Nath
make your
is the
program a
person who you have
street
loyally
show.
served. So what?
Don't make your program a street show.
I am telling you
Have some
something.
grace.
Not at all.
Have some
You are
grace,
overdoing
Mr.
it.
Goswami.
The fact
You
is that
have
if you try,
overdone.
no, one
You
second.
have overdone.
I'm not going to do any
You have
underhand
overdone.
bowling with
And
you.
you
Relax,
should
Pankaj.
apologize.
Relax.
You
People
have
are calling me
overdone
saying
and
आप
you
ज्यादा कर रहे हैं आज.
apologize.
आप बहुत ड्रामा कर रहे हैं.
आपने ज्यादा किया है।
ठीक है.
आपने जो किया है वो कम है।
मैंने किया है. हाँ मैंने किया है.
क्या कहा आपने?
मैंने कहा.
How can you say this?
I said you've lost your mind.
How can you say this?
Because
How can you say this?
you're
कि आपका
talking
दिमाग
like that.
खराब हो
It's
गया
an
है।
observation. Okay, fine.
What do you mean by this?
You can say I've not lost my mind.
Please don't take these
For God's
liberties.
sake, man has no sense of humor. You know, he's going to carry on like this. Please.
Now it is
आप
sense of
अपने आप को
humor.
इतना seriously
Now
मत
it is
लीजिए.
sense of humor.
Of course.
If I tell you आपका दिमाग खराब हो गया है, it is sense of humor.
भैया आपके पार्टी के लोग तो बहुत ज्यादा
That
बोलते
means
हैं.
I was joking.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
please.
I was joking. Move
This
on
is
to
wrong.
the subject.
This is wrong.
The issue
Have
is
some
okay.
grace.
Okay, you've registered
some
your
grace.
protest. Now we are moving on. The point is this. Point is, Sudhanshu, Gujarat contributes 77% of the salt produced in India. तो कोई मुझे अगर कहे आप गुजरात का नमक खा रहे हो तो क्या मैं गुलाम हो गया? What is this nonsense?
Connotation is different.
No, there is no connotation. Connotation is in your mind.
Yes.
That's why I said you lost your mind.
Connotation is different.
Connotation is in your mind.
Connotation
Sudhanshu
is
Trivedi,
different.
now if I say you've lost your mind, you'll again take it personally. Now Sudhanshu has to respond to this. This is nonsense of the highest level.
अर्नब, मैं सारे लोगों से
I won't apologize.
This panel against our point of view, I would like to ask. महात्मा गांधी ने नमक सत्याग्रह कहां से शुरू किया था?
दांडी मार्च.
गुजरात से कि बंगाल से?
हाँ, साबरमती से.
कहां से शुरू किया था नमक सत्याग्रह? अरे भाई वहां भी तो उन्होंने यही कहा।
भारत के इतिहास को बदल दीजिए।
अगर आपको निकालना है तो चूंकि क्या है,
तो क्या
क्योंकि जब आपके दिल में ही कुछ
साथ दिया
खोट
था
बैठा होता है तो
सुधांशु
हर
जी?
चीज नजर आती है।
बीजेपी वालों ने गांधी जी का साथ दिया था
तो
क्या?
सत्य है, द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी कहेंगी तो असत्य है।
जी, बीजेपी वालों ने साथ दिया था क्या उस वक्त?
अगर ये छत्तीसगढ़ धान का कटोरा है तो कांग्रेस की सरकार हो गई तो धान का कटोरा नहीं रहा, हम नहीं कहते। अगर छत्तीसगढ़ सबसे ज्यादा धान प्रोड्यूस करता है, अगर गुजरात में शेर पाए जाते हैं, सबसे ज्यादा शेर भी गुजरात में ही पाए जाते हैं जनाब। अब हमारी सरकार आ गई तो आप कहेंगे शेर नहीं। खैर, आप लोग तो वो लोग हैं जिनको नेशनल एम्बलम के शेर भी बिल्ली जैसे चाहिए थे, इसलिए आप लोगों ने कहा वो शेर नजर आ रहे हैं।
हर चीज में उल्टा
बिल्ली जैसा चाहिए।
हर चीज में उल्टा देखते।
इसीलिए
सबसे
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं,
सबसे ज्यादा ड्रग्स भी सुधांशु गुजरात के एयरपोर्ट पे आते हैं।
बंगाल में हमारी सरकार नहीं,
गुजरात के पोर्ट में सबसे ज्यादा ड्रग्स आते हैं।
There he goes again.
उसके बारे में क्या कहना है आपको सुधांशु जी?
ड्रग्स
वो इनको नमक दिखते हैं।
ड्रग्स।
अरे भाई ये कहां से
बड़े पैमाने पे गुजरात के पोर्ट पे आते हैं, उसके बारे में
गुजरात के
साइलेंट ऑन दैट
जगह चले आते हैं,
वो नहीं दिखता इनको।
डिफरेंस जैसे जो भी करप्शन पहले करते थे हमारे
तो
जमाने में
आपकी सरकारें बाकी जगह नहीं है
और विदेश तक दौड़ाए जाते,
सरकारें बाकी जगह नहीं है।
I feel again आपको बुरा लगेगा फैजल जी, 2024 आ रहा है ना, as 2024 comes closer, many people are losing their sense of balance. People are losing their sense of balance because you're realizing that you're going to lose in 2024. What can I do if you're going to lose in 2024? If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. Why attack President Draupadi Murmu? Because you are going to lose the next general elections. If you don't have a game plan.
On the lighter note एक बात कहूं,
आप लाइटर नोट पे कुछ मत कीजिए क्योंकि हियर पंकज विल एक्सप्लोड। लाइटर नोट पे कुछ मत बोलिए।
नहीं मैं बता रहा हूं,
लाइटर नोट पे बोलिए, विस्फोट होने वाला है मेरे प्रोग्राम पे।
देखिए क्या है कि बाल बुद्धि शब्द जो है वो अनपार्लियामेंट्री डिक्लेयर कर दिया गया है। हाँ। मगर मैं कहना चाहूंगा, इसलिए मैं बैल बुद्धि शब्द प्रयोग करना चाहूंगा। देखिए एक स्टेटमेंट से इन्होंने क्या कार्य किया, प्राइम प्रेसिडेंट का अपमान किया, गुजरात के साथ गुजरात का अपमान किया जी, ट्राइबल्स का अपमान किया और उड़ीसा का भी अपमान किया। इससे बेहतरीन काम हो ही नहीं सकता था। ये कोई बाल बुद्धि नहीं, ये कोई बैल बुद्धि कर सकता था जिस प्रकार का काम किया और उसके बाद आके डिफेंड किया जा रहा है। अरे साफ साफ कह दो कि भाई ये गलत था, वी डू नॉट सब्सक्राइब टू इट।
Yeah, apologize. No. Pankaj, 1 minute. Pankaj, you asked me to apologize, no? Why don't you say that Sonia Gandhi should apologize? Rahul Gandhi should apologize? Why don't you say that? Why don't you say that? If no, why don't you say that?
Everyone is saying that Udit Raj statement was uncalled for, superfluity.
Oh,
And he should
Ajay Alok,
have
are you
used
seeing
these
that?
words.
Ajay Alok, they want to call it
this.
superfluous and move on.
Nobody is defending-
It's a sexist and vile and evil comment. It's not
no one is
superfluous.
defending Udit Raj.
It's not superfluous. It's a sexist comment from a sexist party. Why can't you say that? Why can't you say that?
Pankaj, that Mr. Pankaj,
Who is
that
defending?
Is not the point. The
No one
point
is defending.
He's
Ajay Alok.
the official spokesperson of the Congress party. The Congress party should respond. Why didn't Congress party react till now? When Republic reporter were asking Mr. Rahul Gandhi, your leader has abused president, he kept shut. This stonic silence means what?
Means what?
It was done at the behest of the
Tanvi.
Gandhi family. It was done at the behest of Rahul Gandhi because they
It was a hatchet job.
They hate
It was
to
a
tolerate
sponsored
a tribal
attack.
reaching the post of
It
the
was a
president
hatchet
without
job.
their
It was a
blessings.
sponsored attack. It was a well thought
Because they
attack.
are in a habit of president like Pratibha Patil, they are habit of president like Fakhruddin Ahmed. But they don't like people like Jail Singh. This is the problem. The psychophancy has to be there. Change your mindset or you will be wiped off. Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi should have apologized in the first place and they should have removed him from
Tanveer
the
is not
spokesperson
convinced.
of the
He's not
party.
sure which side he's on the debate tonight. The fact
are
is,
ignoring
again, I
18
ask you.
crore of the
Again, I ask you. No. I don't think you know which side. No, okay. So this is what President Draupadi Murmu said. Let me tell you. She said, and I quote, and Pankaj, you relax, okay? Don't give me the Mickey Mouse look. Relax. Now the point is, now don't say I called you Mickey Mouse. Relax. That's also just a metaphor. Don't take it personally. Question is, she said, what did she say? She said, I'm happy you're making you laugh. She said, the white revolution launched by the milk cooperatives in Gujarat plays an important role in this. And Gujarat manufactures 76% of the country's salt. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? What is chamchagiri about it? You really have to have a dimag kharab to take it as chamchagiri. Tanveer, tell me.
Speak, please. Absolutely nothing wrong in making that statement. Absolutely nothing wrong.
No, I'm not.
But actually, absolutely nothing wrong.
Then what is this big drama today?
But actually, Arnab,
what is actually? Stop saying actually every time. If you actually don't know which side you're on, you say actually, Arnab, I don't know.
Arnab, please.
I'm opposing this for the sake of it because my leader has gone and tied up with KCR and therefore we are solemnly vowed to be anti-BJP.
Arnab,
but you're talking about the president, not the BJP.
We voted in favor of President Murmu. We voted in favor of President.
Yeah, then for God's sake, speak up for her when it needs, when you need to.
A candidate which is going to be better for.
Speak up for her when you need to.
From the day one. Yes, Arnab. But one spokesperson's damage, you can't really blame it on the entire party. Who called Sonia Gandhi Jersey cow? Who did call?
Sudhanshu, answer that.
Names?
Yeah, this is.
I mean, can somebody from BJP say that we have to really blame it on Narendra Modi or JP Nadda just because some stupid spokesperson in BJP really called names to Sonia Gandhi? Can we?
But
really
this is not one stupid
BJP
spokesperson. These are several leaders who made very stupid comments.
No, we can't. We can't really.
This is not one solitary instance.
BJP or entire JDS because stupidity of one spokesperson. President of India is a great lady. The kind of struggle which she has come from to make the
But this is not one person.
I
am saying it's a pattern. I am saying it's a pattern. Why don't you say that, Sudhanshu and Ajay Alok? This is a pattern.
Absolutely
every day, every week there is an attack on her. Every day, every week there is an attack on her.
Actually. No,
we can't really, just because of Udit Raj one stupid statement, we can't really put it on the entire party. I'm anti-Congress, but I would not like to really blame it on entire Congress. Absolutely no.
Congress party, you know. You have to blame it entirely on the Congress. Who is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary? Who is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary? He's LOP.
Arnab,
he's LOP.
If they are taking
and he says Rashtrapati.
Who
is Ajay Kumar? He's a national spokesperson.
Stupid statement. So it means Tanveer has very categorically defined that Udit Raj is having no local stand in the Congress and is also indirectly a person who gives stupid statements. Yani stupidity is attached to him. Now it is being very well accepted by all those who are sitting in the panel to defend the Congress party. Now I will quote the statement given by Congress presidents, none other than them. Sonia Gandhi ji has used the word maut ke saudagar, which has started bringing down the level
Mr.
of
Mane.
discourse.
Mr. Mane and Pankaj.
PV Narasimha Rao, who was Congress president and also the prime minister. हम बाबरी मस्जिद दोबारा तामील करेंगे. देवकांत बरुआ, कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट, इंडिया इज इंदिरा एंड इंदिरा इज इंडिया. अब बताइए इसमें से कौन से स्टेटमेंट के लिए आज तक माफी मांगी है? Are they official statements of Congress party? Because they are said by none other than the respective Congress president at the time. The problem is Rahul Gandhi as Congress president has used the word COVID when the entire world was saying COVID. And Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi in April 21 has said कि हमने बच्चों का वैक्सीन विदेश भेज दिया. ट्वीट किया. अप्रैल 21 तक इंडिया में तो छोड़िए वर्ल्ड में बच्चों का वैक्सीन नहीं बना था. क्या बात करते हैं सर? Stupidity is the order of your party from top to bottom, and but you try to take an LB on one or the other and other things or the other. इसने कह दिया. अब ये बताइए जिस समय stupidity की तो हद ये थी कि 26/11 हाफिज सईद ने कराया. दिस वाज द ऑफिशियल स्टेटमेंट ऑफ यूपीए. एंड 26/11 आरएसएस ने कराया. ये दिग्विजय सिंह. देन हु वाज स्टूपिड? And forget about that. In Ishrat Jahan case, IB was saying she is a terrorist, CBI was first saying she is terrorist, now they are saying not terrorist. Two agencies saying diametrically opposite to each other. Who was stupid? So the problem is conflict is so much that you are unable to find even an iota of respect for the highest constitutional post. अरे आज कम से कम राष्ट्रपति के लिए माफी मांग लेनी चाहिए थी कि this is the question of the first citizen of the country. We tender unconditional apology. बात खत्म हो गई होती. मगर क्या करें?
Second command in RSS.
अपने को डैमेज करना है. You prove yourself anti-president. You prove yourself anti-tribal. You prove yourself anti-Gujarat. You prove yourself anti-Odisha.
उसके बारे में आपके पास कोई जवाब है क्या?
किसके बारे में बताइए?
RSS वाले क्या कह रहे हैं उनके बारे में भी जवाब दे दो कभी.
किसके बारे में? आरएसएस ने क्या कहा? In which context you are asking? Kindly repeat your question. I will reply.
Hosbale is the number 2 in RSS.
Okay, there's an echo going on out there. There's a terrible echo out there, but I will close with just one point. Smita, yes. I think the issue was of sexism. We addressed the issue and then we sidestepped it. Yes, please, Smita, if you want to add something to that or anything else.
Just a little bit after we've gone through this whole debate, just a small part. I mean, the Congress doesn't even realize which state's going to election soon. It's Gujarat which is going to the election. And you want to turn around, as a spokesperson, you want to turn around and say कि गुजरात के नमक के ऊपर मजाक उड़ा लो, है ना? अलग बात है कि आपने प्रेसिडेंट का मजाक उड़ाया, आपने एक ट्राइबल लेडी का मजाक उड़ाया. Over and above that, you turn around and say you should not feel pride about Gujarat. That also when you're going into election mode in Gujarat. Bharat Jodo is not going to Gujarat. Congress seems to have given up the fight even before elections have taken place in Gujarat. I just cannot understand. Did they realize even the political fallout? Forget about the sexism part of it, about attacking a lady from the tribal community, about attacking the president. Even politically, it is harakiri.
Absolutely, it is, viewers.
Well, I think there has
yes,
to be
Ranjana.
general consensus, Arnab, across the party line to respect the head of the state and also to stop all forms of sexist and misogynistic comments about women politicians. I think this much of minimum decency in which politicians should show towards women and towards head of the state.
Nobody is absolutely
well, there's a strong sexist undercurrent, no doubt. And viewers, when I come back on the other side, we have a very deep investigation into the violence that happened in Gujarat's Kheda by the only channel on the ground. Ahead of the elections, what really happened in Kheda? Was there stone pelting? Did it happen during the Navratri festival? Was it organized? Were certain political parties involved? All this and more when I'm back.